everybody and welcome back to my vlog and a very happy new year to everyone. I hope you all had a really lovely holiday period. I did, but boy it was exhausting. Whew, I was exhausted after it, and there was a lot of sickness in the house, a lot of people with the cold and feeling a bit rotten, and I was sick over New Year's as well. My husband was sick over Christmas. It was fun, but anyway, it actually was fun. Anyway, sorry it's been a little while since I vlogged. Obviously we had the Christmas period. Also I had loads of guests and things happening in November that I wasn't anticipating, and the sewing room is also our guest room, so if people are staying I can't sew, so that's why that's happened. My last vlog was a Black Friday haul where I spent far too much money, and before that I had my November plans and what I was going to be making. Now unfortunately I haven't made everything that I said I was going to make, but I didn't do too badly considering all the things that have been going on. Okay, so my first one is the black plantain, which I'm wearing right now, and it's just a real classic piece for my wardrobe because I really it was missing something quite loose and relaxed, a nice length. It's longer than the actual pattern piece, probably by about 5 inches I would say longer. I do like them quite long, and it's long sleeves, and that's it really. Everything else is the same. It's just a great one to have. So nice, short and sweet. The next one is right here. Ta-da! This is a black and white striped Ponte di Roma molly dress, except it's not a molly dress. The plan was to make a molly dress, which this originally was. It's the right neckline. It's the body is exactly as the pattern piece, as is the hem, maybe slightly shorter. But the sleeves are different because I made it up in with the dropped shoulders, and I put it on and I hated it. It just looked so awful. It really, I have slightly wide shoulders. It's not something I really think about very much, but when I put this dress on it really accentuated it, and I just didn't like it at all. It really felt like an American footballer with giant shoulder pads on, and my husband said it was fine. He didn't think there was anything wrong with it, but just every time I thought maybe I would grow to love it, but just no. For the other thing is, like you can see maybe in the background there, I've got my blue and white striped molly on my mannequin. Sorry if I keep looking behind. I actually have a mirror behind my camera so I can see the screen, because I don't have a camera that flips out. I wish I did, but I don't. So my solution is a mirror, so that's why I'm looking behind the camera if I do that during this video. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that's my blue and white striped molly, which I absolutely love. One of my favourite makes ever. It's just so me, but and it's got the drop sleeves, but because it's a really light drapey viscose jersey, it's fine, and it's not, doesn't accentuate the fact that there's this drop shoulder at all. It suits it, whereas this is a more structured fabric. It's thicker, and it just really pronounced it, and I didn't like it at all. So thankfully I had enough fabric left over that I was able to cut out 3/4 length plantain sleeves, and I traced the plantain armhole arm side for it as well, cut it out and put on plantain sleeves, and I actually really like it. Now I wouldn't say it's the most flattering dress on me, but it's a really casual, comfortable day dress and not something I had in my wardrobe, so it was great to have this addition. So really happy about that. One thing I would say I would like to ask your advice on, because one thing I am loving about this vlog, by the way, is the amount of conversation that I'm able to have with everyone, and everyone has been so wonderful and giving me suggestions or advice, so please keep that coming. I really love it. And here comes the next request. For some reason all of the mollies that I've made, and I've made 3 now, I made that one, this one, and the pink one. The neckline ends up wobbly, and I really hate that. I don't understand why, because like I've made loads and loads and loads of plantains and I've never had a wobbly neck. And obviously I would assume, is it because I'm pulling this and therefore it's getting stretched? But then I would pull this one to attach it and it doesn't get stretched. It is much wider than the plantain, so maybe that's why. So far that's the kind of thing. But if you can tell me why that's happening and how I can fix that, I would really, really, really appreciate it. Because it's really annoying. I love this neckline actually. I love the plantain neckline, but it is very low and I don't want that on all of my jersey tops. So this is actually a very lovely and flattering shape for me as well, but I don't like the wobbliness. I am being pedantic here, but I would like to know. Thank you in advance. Okay, so my third make is one that I know a lot of people were looking forward to seeing. Excuse me while I reach over and get it. And it's, woo, my rifle paper Les Fleurs Ogden cami. Ogden cami is becoming one of my tried and trues, isn't it? I really do love it, so I'm so happy with this top, this version of it actually. It is just really, really lovely. One thing I'm not so fond of that I've discovered is this rayon, lovely and drapey and floaty, crushes and creases so easily. As soon as you put it on, you get creases in it, and you're gonna have creases in it for the rest of the day. Even if you iron it, put it in the wardrobe, you take it out, there's creases in it, you gotta iron it. So, not a fan of ironing once it becomes a garment, but c'est la vie, that has to be. So, something special I did with this one, what I really love, I'm going to do it with future Ogden camis, there'll be more Ogden camis definitely, is marked a way to tell the difference between the front and the back, because I think I said before that was something that I found difficult because the front and back shape is almost identical. And what I did was I actually took a little bit of the selvage that has this lovely design on it, and it says Rifle Paper Company Les Fleurs on it, and I hand stitched that in. I probably could have done it on machine, but I just decided to hand stitch it. And I hand stitched it to the facing, so obviously you don't see it on that side and it's just there. And the other thing I did was I used my rolled hem foot for hemming the facing and hemming the actual garment itself, and it's such a beautiful finish. I think I said in my seamstress tag video that I don't like hemming, and that really makes hemming so much less painful for me. The only thing is, and here's another time for me to ask for your advice, this is French seamed on the sides, and you can't use your rolled hem foot and go over a French seam, it just won't let you. So that was a learning curve for me. Unfortunately it means that just this tiny little bit where the French seam is, it's not hemmed properly and it looks a bit messy, so that's the only thing on this make that I'm not happy with, and I may go back and change it. The only way I can figure out using a rolled hem foot and French seam is to do the rolled hem first and then do your sides. Can someone tell me, is that the way you're supposed to do it? I'm new to using rolled hem foot, and I really can't figure out any other way of doing it. Is that what you have to do? Do you have to hem your garment before you actually put it together? Please let me know. I'd really, really appreciate your advice. Anyway, there you go. That's one of the makes and I really love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And for my final make, this isn't something that was in my November planning, it was something that I mentioned in my Black Friday haul. And it's the velvet fabric that I got from Fabric Godmother. Now I was trying to decide what I was going to make with it. I had originally planned a sort of loose floaty type kimono-ish jacket, but because it had white on the inside I didn't want that showing and I wasn't sure what to do. A lot of you suggested a shift dress. In fact, that was the predominant hands down winner of what I should do with that fabric, but for some reason I just really wanted to make a jacket out of it. That's what I bought it. I had in mind when I bought it, and I just couldn't shift that idea. But obviously I had the issue of, you know, I'm gonna have to line it, and what style am I gonna do, and I didn't want anything too complicated because it's velvet jersey, and I was worried about how difficult it might be to work with. Plus I really decided I really had to have it to wear to a Christmas night out I had planned. In fact, the idea of what I was going to do for it came to me as I was lying in bed on like a Sunday, and then on the Monday I started it and was wearing it on the Saturday night. So yeah, that was pretty quick for me, especially, so it was literally nap time and evening sewing, and I got it done amazingly and I love it. I'm so in love with this, so I better show you what it is. I'll show you. So guys, woo, I have made the by hand London Victoria blazer. What? And I've lengthened it. So it's long, I think it goes down to below my bum, and it is, I did full sleeves, so I did some changes. So I did full sleeves rather than short sleeves, but the plan is to roll them up, very Miami Vice style. What else? I lengthened it, and what did I line it in? I lined it in that black silk from the Friday haul. So this jacket is a mega expensive jacket for me, but look at that back. I love it. I love it so much. It's just so striking and it's so unusual, and yeah, it's just great. Now what I would say is I had originally cut it so that I could make it knee length, because I thought that would be really dramatic, and I had enough fabric. Hi, things might look slightly different because my camera cuts out after if I'm talking for too long, and I was evidently talking for too long. So where were we? Yes, I had cut out the long length, but I tried it on and it was really dramatic. I did really like it, but there was just something, it just didn't feel right for me. So I pinned it up, tried various different lengths, and as soon as I pinned it up to the length it is now, it just felt right. It just felt me. The other one was a lot more evening time, almost formal wear, and to be honest, I just don't have many occasions in my life that I need a knee-length velvet blazer jacket thing as beautiful as it was. But as soon as I pinned it up to the slightly longer blazer length, it's not really blazer length either, so I don't know what you call it, it just was really cool, and I felt younger. No, I didn't feel younger. I felt that the item was younger. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? I didn't, yeah, whatever. And just a bit cooler, put it that way. Not that I'm cool, but this is cool. And I just knew I would use it a lot more. It's something I could wear in the daytime, going out for lunch. Yeah, I do that a lot these days, don't I? No. Anyway, it's just something that I felt I would get a lot more wear out of, and to be honest, with the amount of money that I've spent on this jacket, I wanted to get as much wear out of it as possible. And well, I've already worn it to 2 different events over the Christmas period, so that was great, and I envisage wearing it for years to come actually, so I'm really happy with it. So yeah. So those are all my makes that I've made since November. As I say, not that many. I did cut out the pieces for my double gauze Cheyenne. I think someone kindly told me how to pronounce that. Cheyenne tunic. Everything's cut out, and I started, everything's interfaced. But I haven't done any sewing. I actually chickened out, I was too scared. Apparently sewing velvet, jersey and silk is less stressful than sewing the Cheyenne tunic in my mind. I don't know. I don't know. That's just the way my brain works. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please tell me any of the ideas or suggestions about the neckline and the other things I asked you, the rolled hem, foot, and that kind of thing. And just give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe if you are enjoying my vlogs. You get a little notification that I've uploaded something else. And it doesn't cost you anything, so yeah, it would be great if you could. I have a couple of other vlogs in my mind that I want to do, so hopefully there'll be a few more things popping up before the end of the month. And that's it. Bye for now. Blah 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 blah. Oh my, so many outtakes. So sorry about that. So basically I am gonna start again.